What's going on, y'all? You kicking it with the Junkyard Dog on junkyarddogs.com. My name is Tony, and this week we're going to continue on with Project Mayhem. We're going to take that Explorer block that we were taking apart last week, and we're going to take it down to the machine shop and get it all worked on, get it hot tanked and cleaned and all that good stuff. After that, we're going to take the scrap parts, like that crank that was messed up and the flex plate and all that, and we're going to take that to the scrap yard, see if we can come up on some extra cash. I always use extra cash. After that, we're going to make a quick run to the junkyard, see if we can come up on an ECU for Project Mayhem, because the one that was in there, it got wet and just a whole mess of things happening. So after that, we're going to pull the motor out and just go ahead and stick it on the stand and see what's wrong with it, do a little inspection, you know what I mean? So yeah, we got a lot going on today, man, so let's get to it, quit all this jaw jacking, alright? Junkyard Doggin! Alright, so we're about to head up to the machine shop to drop off the Explorer block for Project Mayhem. So machine shop, we're going to use this Valios. They've been around for a long time. A lot of cats have recommended me over to the spot, so I'm going to head over and talk to one of the machinists, see what we can do, and go from there. We just rolled up on Valios. We're going to drop off our 302 motor for Project Mayhem. So we're going to go inside and tell them what we're looking for and see if they can help us, alright? Alright guys, so we're here at Valios in Manhattan Beach Boulevard. And so yeah, we just brought the 302 in for Project Mayhem. So we're going to have it hot tanked, Magnaflux, check for cracks. We're going to have the line home because remember we talked about that problem with the crank. We're going to have the bores checked. They're going to let us know, yea or nay, whether it needs to be 30 over or not. And then we're going to square the block up and install new cam bearings and new freeze plugs. And then it'll be ready for us to reassemble. So, yeah, man. Let's get it going, man. I'm glad we finally got it up in here, man. Alright? Alright, so, one thing about Junkyard Dog, we like to be nice and efficient. So, we're headed to the metal scrap yard, the scrap metal yard actually, and we're going to go drop off the scrap metal on the parts that you've seen us take off with the 5.0 Explorer motor that we're not going to use. We're going to turn it in for scrap and see what we can come out with. If we can get a little bit of extra money, I don't know, maybe buy a bottle of oil or something. Alright. So here we at the metal scrap. We got young Tyree here, one of the new Junkyard Dogs. Oh, you already met young Cy. So you just chuck it. Go ahead and chuck it. Let's see it. Throw it! Junkyard Dogs! That's how you get extra money. You gotta grab this crank right here. You gotta chuck it. Cause it's garbage! Excuse the noise, we got this poop truck here, this doo-doo truck. So anyway, they got an 88 in here, and Project Mayhem needs a computer. So hopefully we come up on a computer. Hey, it's here, and it usually isn't. I'm glad I came. Let me pull this stuff out of here. Yep, it's here. Oh yeah, 8LD stick shift car. Project Mayhem's a stick shift car, so I think we're in good shape. All right, let's go ahead and get the ratchet and pull this sucker out. All right, here she comes out. All right, man. Do you know every single Mustang that I go and try to find one of these is always gone? So I finally found one, and you know where we were at? Once again, like I said, you pick parts. We found an 8LD ECU from the Mustang. It's got a pretty nice dash in there. I know Project Mayhem's dash is messed up right here in that gray area, and still got the rear end, which I personally like better than the SN95 setup because it's not as wide, so you can put bigger tires on. But yeah, there it is. Junkyard Doggin. All right, she's ready to come on out. Alright, so we got the motor out of Project Mayhem, and this is the old motor. We're not going to be using this, we're going to be using the Explorer motor. So first thing I noticed, as soon as I pull this out, that there's no block plate. Now, the block plate, it serves a few purposes. Now, you see me throw away in the last episode the old Explorer block plate because it was bent by the starter. The block plate is to serve to keep a lot of the oil, you know, because every motor is just going to leak just a little bit, even if it's EGR, okay? And that oil seeps through and it gets into the clutch and makes the clutch slip. Well, with no block plate, all that oil and residue gets into the bell housing and then it starts making the clutch slip. That's why we have one, okay? This one doesn't have one, for whatever reason. I noticed that this whole entire thing has been Mickey Mouse, you know what I'm saying? So now that we have the clutch component, this is a clutch, okay? This is the part that kind of acts like a brake, but it slips just a little bit to allow the transmission to slow down just enough to shift, okay? This is the clutch pressure plate. Now, this thing is severely beaten, and look at this. Oh man, it's burnt, it's got burnt spots in it, it's got bluing. You know, this thing is terrible. I would definitely not use this. This is going in the garbage. Okay, so now you see the flywheel here. Now remember what I was saying about manual transmissions. This is a flywheel, okay? And this is a flex plate. As you can see, it doesn't have a surface area for any clutch to ride, where this one does, okay? Still has the same, you know, pattern of teeth and everything. This flex plate's bigger, but this flywheel, it has the same teeth for the starter, but it has a smooth area for the clutch to ride on, okay? So we're gonna remove that and put it on the engine stand. There you go, we got a flywheel, 50 ounce. All right. So yeah, all these accessories, they're out of here. We don't want to use these. We're going to use the Explorer setup because it's got a better alternator, it's got a better power steering pump that doesn't whine, and it's got a flatter fuel pump, so it's going to sit closer to the engine. So yeah, Junkyard Doggin. And the motor has finally been extracted. So what we're going to do now is just get to cleaning up this engine bay, man. And actually, I was thinking, since we have the motor out, we can maybe find one of those aftermarket K members online that we can kind of get to put to use in here. And also that T5, we're gonna pull that out and go ahead and give it some new life. I'm gonna do a video on that, the T5 build, so you guys can see what makes Junkyard Dogg's T5s so much stronger than the average T5, all right? Well, we did get the T5 out. And this one is really greasy, which means the engine probably was leaking oil like a mug. Ah, damn. And it's got a bubble top, so this is probably like a 94, 95 T5, which is actually not a bad thing. It's actually good. It looks like somebody changed the input shaft. Two of the shifter bolts are missing. Oh my God, once again, not surprised by this mess here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pressure wash this thing off and get it all cleaned up.